from the master source. Got it all natural, nothing we had to force. We were stars in the wars, we been had the force.
Guys throughout baseball, and I asked about Mount Rushmore, whether it was Nestor Cortez, Alec Manoah, Josiah Gray. They mentioned the D train, man, and for me, as a teenager watching baseball during that time, it was huge, your impact. So I'm gonna ask you, if you did your Mount Rushmore of 4, who are your 4 pitchers?
Well,
On the spot.
Oh, 4 pitchers? I'm a Bay Area guy, so Dave Stewart is definitely on there, man. Smoke is a bad man. Oh, man. I got to go Nolan Ryan. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal, and his mound presence I love. Ooh, man, 2 more guys on the Mount Rushmore. Oh, Dennis Eckersley. I'm an Oakland guy, man. That fist pump, the emotion, X gotta be up there, man, for what his impact is. Oh man, this last one's gonna be tough, man. It's such a great question. CC Sabathia.
Okay.
CC Sabathia, being a Bay Area guy, he's only a couple years older than me, but his impact from Vallejo, I mean, everybody wanted to be CC even when he was in high school. So I knew if I was trekking in the right direction like CC was, CC Sabathia was a guy that I always wanted to be like.
You know, one thing I think is very underrated about, you know, the Bay Area in general is that there are a lot of baseball players coming out there. You know, Jimmy Rollins, you know, yourself, just different things like that. How do you feel about the baseball pipeline being in the Bay Area? Like, I think it's huge and bigger than what a lot of people don't realize.
We thrive on our names ringing out. You know what I mean? Regardless of what side of the Bay Area you're from. So it's really important, and the style and the swag. And that's why we were blessed to have 2 major league teams with the A's and the Giants. So for me, I wanted to throw like Dave Stewart and hit like Will Clark. So I always wanted to stay on the field. So when people talk about my energy offensively, it's because I didn't want to come off the field. Everybody from the Bay Area doesn't want to come off the field. Marcus Semien plays every day, a Bay Area guy. And so we love the game of baseball, especially when it stops raining in the Bay. And so I'm very proud to be part of some of that legacy of talented guys that came out of the Bay Area.
All right, cool. 2 more questions. So MLB The Show, the video game.
Okay.
I know, like, obviously MVP baseball comes to mind, different MLB games that you own, but now that MLB The Show has gotten so realistic, and seeing yourself and seeing kids from a whole different generation recognize who the D train is, how do you feel about that?
My daughters thought it was the coolest thing ever. You know what I mean? Because my oldest 2 were little when I played, so they remember it. My youngest 2 don't really remember it at all because they weren't around when I stopped playing. But the impact of seeing, like, you know, them sending me a game and a console and seeing me on there and seeing me look like me and the leg kicking up, they thought it was the coolest thing ever. And so when you talk about impact, you know, and the legacy cards and guys that come before you, you know, I get to pitch against, you know, Satchel Paige and guys like that. I thought MLB The Show, the way it's trending, is very cool. It's a very hard video game for me to play, but again, the legacy means the world.
I love it, I love it. So this is a 2-part question. So, you know, I'm a sneakerhead.
Okay.
And I don't know if you ever been asked this, man, but you have a dope, I guess you could say, player exclusive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want you to talk about that, man, because it's very rare in baseball. I mean, we had Hideo Nomo had his Nike shoe, obviously Griffey, Trout has his run, but you went off the record and went a totally different path.
Right.
And I think it's a sold-out shoe. I actually have a pair. I wish I would have known.
Right.
I would have signed them. I would have worn them, actually. Yeah, I don't have to take them off my feet. But how did it feel to actually have that collab, man?
It's still cool because my kids have them now. The way it came about to be a part of Nike Roll for us, so I was with Serena Williams and Michael Vick and people that you look up to. The shoe came out dope, and I didn't think people were gonna like it because it was, you know, black and teal, but the design of it was really, really cool. I brought a whole pallet back to my neighborhood. All the hood was all wearing them and stuff like that, and just love the patent leather feel. But again, you talk about legacy and impact and being a star in a quote-unquote small market in Miami. It meant more to me that nationally people started to recognize the Florida Marlins.
And the second part of that question, this is the last one. So, you know, I look at the game of baseball today, and players are able to express themselves. When I look at Jazz, when I look at certain guys, the swagger. And I know when you were coming up in baseball, it was a little different, right? The game wasn't as like, yo, we can market these guys. But being able to see these young generation guys express themselves, the change, the swagger, what do you think about that?
I love it. I love it because it puts them in a situation to be themselves. And, you know, if you're a fan of them, you really get to see their personality and what makes them good on the baseball field. And so I love to see everybody with the chains on and stuff like that, because this is a show. And so if you're going to put on a show, you got to look it. You got to feel it. You know what I mean? And so I'm super happy where the game is trending with the athletic ability, with the swag, everything. And that's why these fans are here. We're selling out stadiums. And so I love the way the game's trending, especially in the swag department.
Well, D-Trey, man, I appreciate you. Just on behalf of myself and everybody that, that's watched baseball during our lifetime, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
What you did for baseball.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What you did for the game is huge and brought a lot of fans. I appreciate you.
God bless you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all watching my content. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe button, and check out the next video. Peace.